Senator Patty Murray, Democrat from Washington, another member of the Democratic leadership, said that although she would prefer a deal to protect young undocumented immigrants be part of a budget negotiation, the agreement reached with McConnell could make that impossible. I'll throw it over to my
Wow.
panel.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable that, I mean, basically their whole, well, okay, we'll compromise. We'll talk about it in a couple weeks. And then before the couple weeks has even gotten here, they're like, we don't need to talk about it. Or, yeah, we'll probably, if we don't talk about it, we'll just go along anyway. It's like wow, you're the worst. Man, if anybody, you'd be the worst debt collector in the history of the world. Hey, are you going to pay for this? Yeah, but, well, 3 weeks from now. Okay, well, if you don't pay 3 weeks from now, that's okay, but you should.
Do you see how Trump is not the problem, right? So you see how Trump is not the problem. The problem is the corporate-owned Democrats. You see that, right? Because that's why they won't stand up for you, because their donors told them not to stand up for you, and so they go, okay. And it's not like they're afraid to stand up to their donors. They don't want to stand up to their donors. They want to do whatever their donors say. It's not like, oh, I wish I could stand up to them. They don't want to. They don't give a shit about you. February 8th, we're going to have another stopgap bill, but we have to have the budget agreement in order to move forward. That's the goal, Murray said. And then the deal is that if DACA is not part of that, then it will be the next thing considered. This is the Democratic leadership.
So, Jimmy,
well, first we have to give the Republicans everything they want, and then we cross our fingers and hope that they do the right thing. And by the way, they're only asking for one thing. They're not even asking for it, by the way. That's how bad of a when you negotiate, you go, we want 10 things, just like the Republicans are doing. They want we want border security, we want this, we want that. They want a million things. You know what the Democrats come think? We want one thing, you can't have it. Okay. And it's because they're paid to not represent you. And they don't represent you. And you're stupid if you vote for corporate Democrats. And if you wag your finger and tell other people to vote for corporate Democrats, well, shame on you, you soft-brained, elitist, well-to-do, stupid idiot. You know, the only people who wag their finger at me about not voting for Hillary Clinton are people who grew up in cul-de-sacs. I'm sorry, Steph, I cut you off.
No, Jimmy, I don't have faith that in March the Democrats are going to have a spine.
They're not going to have one. Steph, it's not even about having a spine. They have a spine. They stand up for their donors. They have a spine. Dick Durbin, when he's doing this, is showing that he could stand up to his voters. He doesn't stand up to his donors. He has a spine, and he's standing up to his vote, the people, his constituents. That's who he shits on. That's who he wags. He doesn't stand up to anybody else except his own his own voters, and says you can't have it. Why? Because you voted for me. Because you elected me. Why? Because Trump. And then they give Trump everything he wants because they're bought by the same people. And that's what you won't hear on MSNBC or CNN or at ABC or in the Washington Post or the New York Times. Why is this happening? This is happening because they're bought, because our politics is broken, because people think Barack Obama was a good guy and he left office with frickin' $85 million in his bank account. And the banks got bigger, and the fracking got bigger, and the wars got bigger. That's how broken our politics are, that we think someone like that is good for us. That somehow things would have been better if we just get more Democrats.